What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here with the review for Life After Lockup, you guys. Season 4, Episode 13. The episode is titled Partners in Crime, you guys. So, before we go ahead and just get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on my channel and you're not subscribed, do me that solid favor by stop taking me out on this date and having me foot the bill at the end of it. You guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, you guys, and by sharing the video. And with that out the way, without further ado, let us discuss Life After Lockup, shall we? Alright, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and just knock Brittany and Marcelino out of the way. This scene with them, the more I look at Brittany and Marcelino week after week, I'm kind of confused. I'm conflicted, like what's real and what's not real with Brittany and Marcelino, right? Do I believe Brittany and Marcelino could be having marital issues? Possibly, right? No marriage is perfect. No marriage is perfect and nobody is perfect. So you have your hiccups in a relationship. So I don't doubt that they might be having it could be a communication issue. But this whole thing of, him, now they went to a car wash, right? And I will say, I'm hoping that this was manufactured, because when she said she needed to take a phone call and he told her to get out of the car and take the phone, I was like, how rude can you be? So I'm just like, I don't know what's real when it comes to Brittany and Marcelino's storyline. All right. Then we see Brittany, so she did her business deal. She was doing her business, and then we later see another scene with her where she was getting ready to leave the house, right? She was leaving for the morning, and it was all lovey-dovey with them. But then after she left, he had her mother come over to the house, right? And I will say her mama looked really good. Now, I don't know what the timeline is between the last time we saw the mama, but remember the last time we saw the mother, she was back on drugs. So I'm just like, what is real when it comes to Brittany? And I'm not saying that they faked that storyline with her mother, but you could exaggerate it. You can exaggerate things. So then he goes into another room and he starts texting someone, right? We don't know who that someone is, but then we see Brittany and she's talking. Now I will say one thing, Amanda, baby girl, you look different. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Amanda did not look the same. So we see her with Amanda and another one of her friends, right? So Amanda tells Brittany that recently Marcelino had DM'd her on Instagram. And I was just like, so this just it don't seem it doesn't seem, I'm sorry you guys, that scene didn't seem real. I just feel like that scene right there. Yes, he did send her some messages, but I just feel like they were manufactured, you guys. I feel like it was manufactured. I'm under the I feel like Brittany and Marcelino were in on this together, and probably, what's her name again? Amber? No. Amanda. I feel like Brittany, Amanda, and Marcelino were in on this scene with this whole him DMing her about, her wanting some good dick and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, this gotta be a setup. This ain't real. It just don't seem real to me. Now, if it is real, I'm okay with saying I'm wrong. I'm cool with that. But yeah, it just didn't seem real to me. You tell me, guys, what you think, and we will discuss in the comments below. But let's move forward, you guys. You guys, next up, let's talk about Brittany and Ray. So Brittany and Ray are back. A couple that I didn't necessarily like, and more so, I didn't care for Brittany, because I always felt like Brittany was putting on the front as well. I felt like Brittany was faking shit. I felt like a lot of stuff about Brittany was very put on. But yeah, that's just my personal opinions. You guys can definitely tell me what you think in the comments below. So Ray tells Brittany that he is getting ready for work, right? And she's like, you don't even have on your work clothes. So she says, well, let me go fix you a lunch. So she went down to the kitchen to fix him a lunch, right? And here's another scene that I think is just for TV. This scene was definitely for TV. You can't make me believe that this scene wasn't for TV. Because who in this day and now, granted, I do it I've done it plenty of times where I walked out of the house and left my phone, but then I realized, wait a minute, something is missing. Like most times I have my AirPods in and I'm listening to something, and when I get to the car, my AirPods will, you know how your AirPods are, they'll go off. And I'm like, wait a minute, how did they go off? And then my phone is in the house. So I go back and get it. But it's very rare that I ever leave out of the house without my phone unless I'm in a hurry. And again, like I said, even if I'm in a hurry to go somewhere, I immediately rush back to, even if I get pretty far, baby, I'm turning right back on. I've never gotten that far without my phone. Never, never gotten that far without my phone. Anytime I'll leave my phone at home, and this hasn't happened to me in some years. The only time I ever left my phone at home, nope, take the lie back too. Because even then, I take my phone with me because I still listen to music. I was about to say the only time I've ever left my phone at home is when my phone was disconnected. But even then, I still took it with me because I could still listen to my music. So yeah, can't give you any time that I would ever leave my phone at home. So he actually ended up going over to Brittany's parents' house. So he wants to ask her parents for her hand in marriage. Now, I was expecting for her mama to say no, but she said okay. It was daddy that has his reservations, right? But her mother is still worried about his damn restitution. He says he's paying his restitution. When he said how much that restitution was, $140,000. Damn. Damn. That is a yearly, that is 2 years of, that's something, in most cases, in most people's lives, that is at least, in most people who have a just regular job, even if you make $50,000 a year, that's more than what your salary is. That's almost twice what my salary. Oh God, because I make 63, and then oh Jesus, boy, you're gonna be paying on that restitution for years to come. Well, I make 63 for my regular job, but outside of my regular job, I make a lot more than that. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Let's pause here and let's move on to the next couple. You guys, let's talk about Chaz and Branwen. Branwen, when she talks, she sounds like she's slurring her words. So it's Chaz's birthday. He is planning to go see her for the weekend. He's telling somebody how freaky she is. I'm like, how do you know how freaky she is? You haven't had sex with her. Okay, sir. So we see Chaz actually we see Branwen, right? Branwen is with her friends, so she actually wants to introduce her friends to Chaz, right? So Chaz calls her on the phone talking about how his flight is delayed. He tried to get another flight. That flight is delayed. And the whole time Branwen was talking to him, I'm like, girl, she is just not interested in him because if you just listen to how she was talking, it's like, okay, I'm so sorry about that. Well, maybe you could change your plans. I was like, she is just not interested in him. And then her friends are laughing at him, laughing because she has him on speakerphone. And then when she hung up, her friends said he sounds like a little bitch. I said, nah, he sounds like a little bitch. That took me out when she said he sounds like a little bitch. So, you guys, this cabin that they staying at, I was like, girl, what kind of cabin is this? Because this cabin, the outside of that cabin was a hell now. Baby, if that was an Airbnb and I saw the picture of the outside of the cabin, I would have said, fuck this, because he is not going. So Chaz eventually made it, right? And honestly, when Branwen says, I don't know if it was Branwen who said it or her friend who said it, but I agree with them. When it comes to Chaz, the only reason why Chaz was so upset about potentially not making it there is because Chaz wants to have sex with Branwen. That's all it's giving it. He just wants to have sex with her. Like, it gives nothing else but, I want to sleep with my wife. I want to sleep with my wife. I want to sleep with my wife. Yes, he does say he wants to spend time with her, but the bulk of it is sex. No, sir. So he gets there. He meets her friends. One of her friends breaks down crying because she doesn't want Branwen to move to Kentucky with him. She feels like, she would miss her friends, and more specifically, she would miss her daughter, right? I'm cool with that. But they eventually went outside and she apologized to Chaz. this couple right here, I don't really see it for them. I don't, you guys. I don't see them lasting any length of time. Once Brandon gets her life together, I don't see her being with Chaz. I truly don't. But you guys can 100% let me know how you guys feel in the comments, and we can discuss it, because I don't see it for them. I really, truly don't. But let's pause there, you guys, and move on to the next. All right, you guys, let's talk about Amber and Puppy, you guys. So you guys remember in the last episode that when Queen talked to Eric about his relationship with his wife, or life thereof, or whatever he wants to tell, I don't believe that he really wants to get a divorce from his wife. I think that's something that he's just telling Puppy just to keep this relationship with Puppy. I feel that way. So Puppy says to Amber and to Queen that they came on a little bit too strong to him. Nah, they didn't come on strong to him. They are your friends, and they are looking out for you in this relationship. So they want to know what's your intentions with my friend. You married, right? So do you plan on getting a divorce from your wife? If so, when is that divorce going to be finalized? And so I'm on Queen. I'm on their side. But, he left her, right? So with them all being on parole, they had to get passes to leave the state of Georgia, right? So Eric and Puppy were supposed to drive back to Georgia, and Queen and Amber, they got to leave out because their pass is only good for the week. I think for the weekend, so they got to get out ASAP, right? So Amber is just, kind of not Amber, but Puppy is kind of worried about this situation now with him and her and Eric, if he is really going to get divorced. He ain't. So they found out, she also finds out that Amber got a boyfriend by the name of TC, and she didn't know nothing about it. I was like, oh God, here we go with another storyline with somebody having a boyfriend. Okay, y'all go back and forth every season. So Puppy eventually went back to her room, right? And before she went back to her room, she was still in her feelings about Amber having a boyfriend, girl, whatever. So she called Eric. Eric didn't answer the phone. She called Amber, told him like, hey, he's not answering the phone, but his stuff is still here, right? So Amber was like, okay, well, let me know what's up. If he don't come, then my mom will figure something out to get you back home. So then Eric, he eventually came back. He said he went to the casino, and she asked him about the divorce. He says he wants to get a divorce. I don't believe that any more than I believe in Santa Claus. I believe Santa Claus is real. I would believe Santa Claus is real more than I believe that Eric wants to get a divorce from his wife. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. But let's pause here, you guys, and let's go ahead and move on to the next couple, you guys. You guys, let's talk about Taylor and Chance. I don't even really need my notes for Taylor and Chance, you guys, because this scene was really sad. It's really sad. And it's really sad because Taylor doesn't see what's going on. So we see Taylor. So Taylor is going to go visit Bobby because unfortunately Bobby has relapsed. Bobby OD'd and they almost lost Bobby. And Taylor literally almost lost her kids because of that. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about this part that pissed me off with Chance. I get it. Chance is worried about the fact that, him being around that, he could have went back to jail. I get that. I'm not upset about that, but it's the fact that he's just coming off so insensitive. So, and my thing with Taylor's dumbass, Taylor is a dum-dum. Taylor's a dumbass. You don't think your sister feels some type of way about the fact that this man just got out of prison? Your sister has been staying with you. You said your sister has been clean this entire time. What would make your sister relapse? Right? If your sister has been good up until the point that he came here, why would she relapse? Your sister felt abandoned. Number one, your sister probably felt abandoned by you. Your sister felt pushed to the side by you before a mother that you just met that came out of prison. Your sister feels replaced by him. Taylor needs to take some look internally and figure out what the issues are with her. Like, there is something wrong with Taylor. I don't know if it's the grief from her ex-fiance, but there is literally something wrong with Taylor. Her elevator is stunted something. It's stunted, it's broke, it's something. Like, you don't see it. Your sister was, this was literally a cry for help. I want you to realize that, Taylor. That was a cry for help. Your sister felt like you pushed her, well, it ain't no felt like. Bitch, you pushed your sister to the side. You let Chance put your sister out in a raggedy ass garage. You put his raggedy ass in the garage. So yes, and I'm not placing blame on Taylor. I'm not really placing blame on Chance. I'm just saying what I'm saying is that what she felt was a reaction to things that you did. You put him above let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. Taylor, you put Chance above your entire family. You put Chance above your daughters, and you put Chance above your sister. Only thing you were worried about is your vagina. That's the only thing you were worried about is your vagina. Because you didn't give a fuck about your daughters and you don't give a fuck about your sister. You can, if anybody disagrees with that, I don't care. These are my opinions. You put him above your family. Now, I know somebody left the comment last week that this could happen to just as well. The things that I fear could happen with her daughters. It could happen to some little boys as well. I know, I'm aware of that, you guys. I'm aware of that. But in this situation, she has 3 daughters. And that's what just freaks me out, that she just willingly brought this man around. And I feel that way about anybody who has, even if you have a young son or a young daughter. I just feel some type of way about you bringing a perfect stranger around them. I don't like that. I don't think that that's healthy for the kids, right? But like I just said, ultimately, you put your family second to Chance. So if I have to go in order, Chance is at the top, then it's your daughters, and then Bobby was at the square bottom. Like, the thing that I had the question about is, why does your daughter need her own room? Like, why does she need her own room? And I know, kids probably would. I have my own room at 8, so I'm not saying that she shouldn't have her own room at 8, but I'm just asking the question of what is the importance of that, right? It's not like she's a teen. It's not like she's 13, 14 years old where she doesn't want to be in the same room with her sisters. She's 8. She's 8. They play dolls. They're playing with dolls every day. They're playing with Barbie. What does she need her own room for aside from her sisters? Like, why? So yeah, you push your sister away. That's what you and that's probably why she went back to drugs. She felt like she was no longer needed. She felt like her, Chance was taking her place with her family. And you didn't do anything to make her feel. You can say what you can say. Your words can say a lot of things, but you never once checked Chance. Like, this is my sister, Chance, and I don't want to do that to her. You never did that. I'm tired of talking about Taylor and Chance, and I really want them to be off this show. I don't ever want to see these two again. I don't like them. I don't like the dummy. I don't like the dummy and the fool. Well, actually, the dummy and the fool is Taylor. The dummy, the fool, and the con and the grifter. Let's pause here, you guys, and let's go ahead and move forward. All right, you guys. Next up, let's talk about another dummy. Girl, there's something wrong with Destiny. There is low-key something wrong with Destiny. I don't know what it is about this woman. She thinks Sean owes her. Now, granted, I don't like Sean from anything. But girl, the man don't owe you. So you guys remember, Destiny went back to prison. Remember, she got married. I'm married, bitches. Well, her and her husband split up. I'll be surprised. Not at all. So then Dumb and Dumber, they talking, right? So he asked her how was, the outing with his sister. She says, well, I don't know if she likes me. Girl, nobody should like you. So then she says she asked him questions, and then she asked him, is there anything that you want to tell me? So he tells her that Destiny called him. She's like, why did you, well, I mean, he didn't know the number, girl, so it ain't like he just he said she called him. You know what, I'm trying to muster up some kind of inclination to care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care because you guys know I don't like Sean. I don't like Destiny. I don't like Sarah. I don't like any of those three. I dislike all three of them equally. But if I had to rank them, if I had to rank them in order of who I like the least to the most, least is Destiny. Destiny is at the bottom. Then you got that dumbass Sarah, and then you got that dumbass Sean. Those are the two that I can't stand the most. Now, the thing that threw me for a loop was the fact that Destiny is talking about that he's getting married, right? Girl, how the fuck did you know that? Now, I know she said she found him on Facebook, right? Then she found Sarah on Facebook. Magically, she found Sarah. Magically, she found out that they're getting married in 5 days. Magically, she knows where they're getting married at. So I guess you're gonna magically know what time to show up for filming. This is giving staged, you guys. It's staged, it's staged, it's staged, it's staged. It's staged, you guys. Oh, I don't care. We're gonna wrap up the episode, you guys. All right, you guys. So now let's wrap up the episode with Lindsay and Deontay. From one moron to the next moron, huh? Deontay is a complete dumbass. So Lindsay is getting ready to meet Deontay, right? This is the first time she's going to be meeting him. And then they bring up her friend, the one that, they need to bail out of jail. Blaine suggests that maybe Deontay can bail him out of jail. Say what? Absolutely. Deontay would be a fool if he do that. But once again, he is a fool. So what can I expect? So when he got there, he saw her. He almost cried. I'm like, oh my God. This man is a dumbass. Like, he's a dummy. So he asked her whose house was it. So she took him inside. She introduced him to Blaine. So Blaine then started talking. He asked Blaine, how does he know Lindsay? He says, I used to sell drugs for her. Then he talks about how, she ain't one to mess with. And when he said that, about how she slapped people, and he said, have you ever stabbed somebody? Do you want to know the answer to that? I'm like, Deontay, boy, you look scared shitless. Oh, God, you guys. So Blaine asked Deontay, is he going to be moving to Mississippi? He says he got too much stuff to really want to move there. So Deontay was asked by Blaine, is he going to be moving to, Mississippi? Deontay says he has a little bit too much to be moved. I'm like, what you got to be? Okay. So he says he was kind of hoping that she would move to Mississippi to wherever he is. I'm like, but she has a daughter. You do know that, right? Okay. Okay, you guys. I ain't got much for Deontay or Lindsay. They got ready to leave to go to, mind you, she can't go to a hotel because she's been kicked out of every hotel in the area because she dealed in the hotels. I'm like, damn, bitch. Yeah, you guys, that's all I got for Life After Lockup. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Leave your comments in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notification, guys. Share the video. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance, you guys. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.